If you want to study a master's degree program or a PhD degree program for free in UK, then University of Cambridge is opening its application window for Gates Cambridge fully funded scholarship in September 2026. So all of you who are interested to apply for this program must watch this video so that you can get the whole application procedure, required documentation ready before the application window even opens. So basically, this is a fully funded scholarship, and if you're an international student, then you can actually apply for it. The citizens of UK are not eligible to apply for this program, and it actually has got two deadlines. The first one is for the US applicants, and that deadline is like October 8th, October 14, 2026, and for rest of the applicants from any other countries, you have the deadline of December 8, 2026 to submit your applications for this Gates Cambridge scholarship. So last year, there were like 68 winners of this scholarship, out of which like 51 were PhD applicants as well as 17 MPhil applicants. So you might be asking what kind of subjects or the range of subjects this University of Cambridge is actually offering on this Gates scholarship. So I have got a good news for you in this, because like they're actually offering a broad range of degree programs. I mean, like the subjects in these two degree programs, PhD as well as in masters. So those the subjects are like sciences, engineering, medicine related research, social sciences, humanities, law, politics, education, and other Cambridge sort of like disciplines which you can search through their website. So, the application procedure is quite simple. You do not need to send your physical documents to the university. All you need is to submit your online application. And with that, you have to, submit just one application with the consideration of for this scholarship, and you can even select the other scholarship programs as well. And it is highly likely possible that you might get an admission in this university, but still not get a scholarship. But it is also possible that you may also get selected for any other scholarship available automatically at University of Cambridge. So what you need to do is that you just need to submit your application with the required documents, check mark the number of scholarships which are currently available, including the Gates Cambridge scholarship, and then just submit your application and wait for the interview call. And if you got that interview call, then appear for that interview, and maybe after that you will get selected and get to study starting in 2027 October classes. Okay. So now let's talk about like the different kind of questions that mostly people are asking on different platforms and even at my website. So those questions are like if they need any IELTS exam to apply for this scholarship. The answer to this question is that no. Yes, some of the degree programs or the majors may have their own IELTS or English language proficiency requirements. So you can check the official page of that course and see if the IELTS is required for that. And for such kind of programs, they might ask you for 7 bands, or at least 7 bands, or 7.5 band out of the 9 IELTS academic exam. Otherwise, you can also submit alternate to IELTS English proficiency certificates. And there are a few more programs which will not even require you to submit an English language proficiency test certification. So the next question, which is being asked a lot about Gates Cambridge scholarship, is that if they need a supervisor who can supervise your degree. So to the answer to that question is that yes, if you can get an acceptance letter from a supervisor of a University of Cambridge department, then you will have even greater chances of being selected. But in case if you don't have that, then no need to worry. You can still submit your application without the acceptance letter, and you may still win that admission as well as the scholarship. So yes, you might have healthy chances if you have supervisors acceptance. Otherwise, you can also, just submit your application. Okay. So now let's talk about like what kind of documents you might need to submit with your application. So those documents are like your academic transcripts, your degree certificates, your academic CV, your academic references, which you need to submit online through your professors at the University of Cambridge portal. So with that, you also need to write a research proposal and make sure not to use AI to generate your, research proposal. You can definitely get some help, but pitch your own idea and own intended research in that proposal. So you also need statement and application answers. You need, English language results if required. You need a supervisor's correspondence or acceptance letter if you have available. Leadership example certifications, or maybe you might have some experience letters for that, and social impact examples if you have any. So these are the total number of documents required to apply for the Gates Cambridge Scholarship 2027 batch. So now let's talk about like the timeline, okay, which is an important step right now. So right now, as of today, it's September 2000. Like August 2026 when I'm recording this video, and the applications of this Gates program are opening at University of Cambridge in September 2026. So right now is the time to send emails to the professors to obtain the acceptance letter, and also get your documents ready so that once the application window is open, then you can directly submit your application for this scholarship. Okay, so September you can mark as application cycle begins, right? And you can just start submitting your application. Then right now you can start to prepare for it, and then you can apply before the deadline, which I already told you, and you have to submit your references at the official Gates Cambridge portal. And after that, you might get shortlisted, you might get invited for an interview, and later on, you will receive the decision letter in which you may also get selected for that program, but you may not get a scholarship. And you may also have the chances to obtain any other scholarship other than this Gates Cambridge one. And if you're lucky enough and competitive enough, then you might even win this Gates Cambridge scholarship. So now one last thing that I would like to answer in this video is that most of you asked this question a lot, and that was like how much GPA is enough for this British Gates scholarship. So I would actually put it this way, like you need at least 3.5 GPA out of 4 to have healthy chances to get considered for this scholarship. But if you have 3.7 or 3.8, then you actually have strong chances. But GPA is not everything. Mark my words. So you need the whole application package to be right on the top to get selected or even get considered for this scholarship. It's just like an Imperial College, Imperial London College scholarship, a President scholarship. So that is also very competitive, and you can just compare it with this one. So this is pretty much about this scholarship, and I hope this answers most of the questions or confusions that students actually ask about the scholarship on the portals. So still, if you have got any questions or confusions, just leave your comments down below, and I'll definitely get back to you, and I'll try my best to help you out in your application procedures. So happy applying, good luck with your applications, and do mention your results once you receive the decision letters from the University of Cambridge in the comments of this video. Good luck, take care, bye bye.